Lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Denny and happy 2021. So we are here in a new year. It's a new vibe, it's a new attitude, and before I continue, I am sorry for everybody who was excited for Vlogmas and the fact that I didn't get a chance to finish it, but in true 2020 fashion, I just was not completely in love with what I was producing for Vlogmas, and even the most carefully laid plans don't always go out to fruition. So I'm not going to put out any type of content that I don't absolutely love. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have to do anything. So since I wasn't completely in love with the things that I created, I did not post them. However, you know, this year is a new beginning, it's a new start, and yeah, so let's just dive into this video, but I'll talk more about that in a little bit. So like I said, happy 2021 guys, and honestly for this year, I'm just feeling very renewed, happy, optimistic, all of those things. I mean, honestly, 2020, it wasn't the worst year personally. I'm going to put personally out there. Personally, it was not the worst year. Now, as far as everything else goes, everything else was pretty freaking terrible, but personally it wasn't the worst year, and there were things in 2020 that I'm super thankful for. I mean, the fact that I relaunched my blog site but on a personal domain was a huge highlight content wise. I got back into school, which is fun as being in school can be, but being in school is fun since, you know, it's this time around I definitely know what I want to do. I'm not doing anything that I don't want to do. I'm not wasting time in any type of programs that I'm not interested in. So hey, that's all great. That was a high point, you know. Being able to work with the brands that I did get to work with last year was freaking awesome. Shout out to I Fly Luggage. But you know, everything that happened in 2020 was crazy to say the least. Okay, 2020 was just one of those years where everyone would kind of rather forget and move into a different vibe and a different happiness, and so that's the type of wave I want to ride this entire year. So usually when a new year comes around, I make a vision board and I kind of go with a new theme, and I kind of let that theme and that feeling and everything else just power me through the rest of the year. So as far as this year, I haven't done my vision board yet because me and my mom are gonna get together and we're gonna set aside time to do it together. But once it is done, I don't know if I'm going to post it per se, because I don't know, vision boards are, while they're awesome as a reminder of, you know, showing everybody what type of goals you have for the year and everything, I don't know, it's always something so personal and low-key intimate too. Personally intimate that has to do with vision board, because it's so much of your personal hopes and dreams and everything that you were trying to accomplish. And sad to say, y'all, but not everybody's on that same wavelength. Not everyone wants to see you do well. So I mean, and I'm obviously not saying that that's any of you guys, but I mean, we'll see what happens. When I make it, if I decide to share it, then I'll share it. If not, then you guys will know that it's sitting on the wall right over my desk, so I see it every day. But I'm excited for this year. I'm excited to see how things are gonna pan out, and I'm excited about just the optimism that surrounds the year, and to put 2020 to the back of the closet where it belongs. I'm also in this video gonna answer a couple of you guys' questions, because I don't know, like, I was getting some really random and cute and thoughtful DMs on Instagram and Twitter last month, and I just wanted to take the time to answer a couple of those. They weren't really a Q&A type thing, but you know, they were cute nonetheless. So first of all, thank you to everyone who shouted me out for my birthday and sent me a cute birthday message. You guys are all so appreciated and loved. It's actually kind of crazy to think that I'm 25 now. It really doesn't feel like I'm 25, if that makes sense. Like, the age and everything else is just, with time being relative from last year and how crazy 2020 went, I don't know, it feels funny, it feels weird. But thank you guys for all of your birthday shout outs and messages and comments and such. So as far as what Vlogmas goes, I know that there were some people who messaged me saying, you know, do you really like truly love Vlogmas, or like is it a thing that you're just trying to do because other people do it, or you know, since I've never completely finished Vlogmas. And so first of all those are very valid questions. However, I adore Vlogmas. I like trying to do Vlogmas and everything that kind of goes with it. Life can just sometimes get crazy, you know, and I think that's the beautiful side of being able to just sit down and kind of rehash and re-talk about that, because life ain't all gumdrops and rainbows, as we all know. But as far as what Vlogmas is to me, I think going forward, until I can get the whole everyday thing, I think for this year especially, what I'm going to try to do is upload every other day. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna think of like 2 systems to see which one works best. Either once or twice a week, but then again, that's more like what my regular upload schedule is gonna be like. So I think it's just gonna be something that I'm gonna have to play around with, but honestly, I'm leaning more so towards every other day, and we just kind of go from there. But yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing a lot of people asked me about was when I did spooky season for October. Am I gonna do that again this year? Definitely gonna do that again this year. Definitely going to, I want to get more into the cosplay side too, and like actually dress up with the makeup that I'm doing a little bit more, and I think that'll be fun. I'm not going to disclose any ideas that I already have for spooky season, but just know that I'm already thinking, and there are already things in the works. So yeah. Some other things that I got asked was my process of like my things that I kind of do to jumpstart a year. And so I was going to blog about this, and I still am, an actual dedicated blog post to it. But what I am going to do is share a couple of tidbits in this video. So when a new year comes around, I love to kind of revisit some of my favorite books that kind of get me into a, you know, new year, new beginnings type mindset, or just a kind of a even self-help type stuff. I'm not sure how you would classify it, but some of my favorite books to read to get myself into that mood. We have Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes, and me and my mom actually did like a mother-daughter like book club type feel with this book. And she loved it and I love it. And basically it chronicles a lot of how she just made this one big change to her life, which was saying yes to more things, and how that kind of propelled her to make cooler choices, better choices, and just change her life overall. And so I love reading this as like a reminder to, you know, say yes to the things that scare me, or the things that intimidate me in any way, things that I didn't think that I would be good for, things that I'm just nervous about doing. Like, this book is like a reminder to, you know, say yes to the things that make you a little uncomfortable, because, you know, no type of good growth happens inside your comfort zone, so might as well say yes. Another book is 35 Ways to Be by D.M. Thompson. And this book right here, I'm gonna try to find it on Amazon. I've been having a problem trying to find it because I have friends that actually want it too. But I won it through a contest on Instagram, and it was actually won 2 books in that contest on Instagram. But this was my favorite book out of the 2. And as you can see, it's really short, but even with the shortness of it, there's a lot of things that to me in this book cause reflection. And to me, starting a new year, or even just going through a new season of life or anything like that, reflection is a big part of that. So reflecting on where you've been, thinking about where you want to go, thinking about the things that you want to do, like all of those things, and just reflecting on what it means to be ready for those moments. And so sometimes it really just comes down to just being you, just doing reflecting on what makes you, reflecting on what makes you happy, and reflecting on what it is that you want to do, and just going for it. And I honestly love it for that reason. The last book I'm going to add, and y'all might think I'm childish, but so what, is Other Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. So This is one of my favorite Dr. Seuss books. It has been ever since I was a kid. And this is actually my second copy of this book because the first copy, for some reason, I can't find. I don't know if I accidentally donated it or gave it away to a sibling, not a sibling, but a family member. I'm not sure. Either way, I love this book. And one of the reasons why I love the first copy of the book I had is because my mom wrote like a really cute message in the front, and she wrote a message in this copy because I was scrounging my closet and everywhere else looking for this book. So she got me another copy and wrote me another message that I just carry with me always whenever I'm having a down moment too. Shout out to mama. But this book kind of just, in its most simplistic form, is just making you think about, you know, when you just start, when you just put yourself, who is drag racing out there? Anyway, when you just put yourself out there and you decide that you're gonna start, you decide that you're gonna go, and just think about all the possibilities and all the places that you can find yourself, and think of how far you can go when you just push yourself to go. Sorry y'all, I lied. There's one more book I want to feature. I haven't cracked it open or anything yet, but I feel like it's going to be another one of those books that is serving as a reminder to stake your claim in the world and never stop, never give up. And it is More Than Enough by Elaine Welter-Roth. So Elaine Welter-Roth, she used to be the editor-in-chief of Teen Vogue, and I've kind of been following her ever since her Teen Vogue days. And when she decided that she was going to write and release this book, and of course the smaller part of the title is claiming space for who you are no matter what they say. And so that alone was on top of the main title, was just making me think about all the times where I thought that I wasn't good enough or wasn't enough for the spaces that I was trying to be in, i.e. the beauty community or the YouTube community or anything else. But it just made me think about all the times where I thought about that. And so that's why I wanted to pick this book up. And I can't wait to crack it up and read it. I was kind of saving it for the beginning of the year. So I can't wait to start reading it. It is, just to give you guys, it is, let's see. Well, I'm going to not count the acknowledgments, but it is 316 pages, if, you know, before the acknowledgments. But I can't wait to read this book, and I feel like if you guys want to read it and we read it together, or you guys have already read it and you drop some comments about how it made you feel. But I can't wait to read this book, and shout out to Elaine. Another thing that gets me ready for a new year, new season, new semester, all of those things, is planning out and planning in advance. So first of all, I live, breathe, sleep a planner for a new time of the year, new semester, whatever. And this really cute one with all its very celestial zodiac feeling. I picked this up from Books A Million. It was $17.99, but I just think it's so cute. And I've already, okay. First of all, I like to try to get planners that are strictly for the new year, like not half of last year going into the new year. Cause I don't know, to me it feels almost symbolic of, like it's almost symbolic of last year's baggage being brought into a new year. I don't know, but this really cute planner, first of all, it has lots of space, which I love because I write huge. But first of all, it has a whole bunch of little stickers that you can stick on different days. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but it has all types of different stickers to stick on different days, you know, like, you know, simple stuff like birthday appointment, nail, hair appointment, stuff like that. So I love that. But the way that it looks on the inside, it has all of the monthly pages first, and then it gets into like your daily, weekly pages, which I love because I can spread my things out the way I want to, but I can also plan ahead the way that I need to. And the second thing that I use for planning is just a simple, cute notebook like this. It says free your mind. But I got this at Walgreens, and I think it was like $9.99, $10.99. I ripped the sticker off the back, but it was something like that. I'm not sure. And I got it last year, but I decided to save it for content planning. So this is gonna be my little book when I'm doing all my content planning, like regardless of social media outlet, whether it is YouTube, social media as far as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. Like I'm gonna be writing all my ideas down in here, and I don't know, I just think it's a cute little flippy notebook. I almost, like, the reason why I picked it up really is because it reminded me Like the wire style at the top reminded me of the notebook from Blue's Clues that I used to watch when I was little. So this is gonna be my handy dandy content notebook. Something else I want to touch on in this video before I sign off for this video is music. So last year may have sucked majority, but there was a lot of good music that was released. So in the description, I have my big mega playlist that I created of all my favorite songs from last year. Now there may be some that I left out, but I tried to make sure that I hit every one of my favorite songs from last year. So either they were songs that I just loved that were released last year, or they were songs that kind of blew up last year. Like for example, Roddy Ricch's The Box is on there, but The Box was released in 2019, but it actually really got big last year. So that, and then a lot of Doja's Hot Pink album. My favorite tracks from Hot Pink are on there. And although Hot Pink was released in 2019, she was actually getting a lot more success with performing them, and they were charting really well last year. So those are examples, but majority of the songs were released in 2020. So I will definitely link that below in the description. It's Lovely Radio's volume 2020. So it's 100-something songs, about 8 hours of listening. So you guys want to, you know, recap the year, feel a little bit of musical nostalgia while you do some things around the house. That can be your playlist. And then as far as kicking this year off, we have Lovely's Radio Volume 1 for 2021, and that is also in the description. So this week's playlist is all about just getting in that, I'm about to pull it up real quick, but getting in that mood and getting happy, getting ready, feeling optimistic about the new year. So I will pop up the cover for it somewhere, but Lion Babe is on the cover. And some people that you can expect to hear on this playlist are Lion Babe, Chaka Khan, Kid Cudi, Dua Lipa, Stevie Wonder, Post Malone, Big Sean, Coldplay, Beyonce. I'm not gonna tell everybody, but that's some people that you can expect. But so volume 1 is already, it's available on Spotify. I'm going to be building it for YouTube, so by the time you guys see this video, there should be a YouTube playlist for it as well. I'm still on the fence about whether I want to take Lovely's Radio to Apple Music, but you guys can let me know if that is something that y'all would be interested in. Well guys, that's all for this video. It was, I don't know how quick it is when I look at the timing and editing, then I'll know. But that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that this serves as a kickoff for us for 2021. I will have a blog post up about some of the things that I talked about in this video in the description, so you guys can check it out. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys later. Bye.